What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name is Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be reacting to another Linkin Park track. This time it's going to be Easier to Run. You guys seem to really enjoy my first Linkin Park reaction that I did to Breaking the Habit. So make sure to let me know, man, if you guys like seeing these Linkin Park reactions. If there's more Linkin Park songs you want me to react to, let me know which ones you'd like to see down below in the comments, man. So I'm super excited to check out this one, though. Easier to Run by Linkin Park. We're going to hop right into this thing. Let's get it. I like that. Like a little rattle.
It's easier to run, replacing this pain with something more. It's so much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone. Something has been taken from deep inside of me. A secret I've kept locked away, no one can ever see. Wounds so deep they never show, they never go away. Like moving pictures in my head, for years and years they've played.
If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. If I could take all the shame to the grave, I would. If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. I would take all my shame to the grave.
It's easier to run.
Hey, I mean, so far, man, my biggest takeaway from this song is that, like, there's just like a lot going on, right? In my headphones, I can just hear it, man, just back and forth, just singular sounds coming in at the different directions, man. You know, you got like the tables scratching, you know, you got the guitars in there, you got the drum beat going, and there's just a lot going back and forth. But yeah, man, I mean, essentially what they're saying is 100% true, man. I mean, sometimes it is easier to run, right? Because the hard thing would do is to sit there and to actually deal with it, right? Because it is hard to do, right? It's hard to overcome some of these challenges, right? And then they're just basically saying that it's essentially easier to not deal with some of the situations that have happened in their past. I don't think they've really like alluded to anything specifically, but you know, it's kind of what makes it so relatable, and so, you know, why so many people are able to connect to a song like this, right? And just that, you know, it's just easier to not think about those things. You know, like they put it like moving pictures in his head, just like replaying things over and over and over. You know, like a lot of times say, like, you know, at nighttime that'll happen to people when they're trying to sleep, and just, you know, just play it over and over and over. And then they, you know, kind of essentially saying that if they could go back and redo things, and, you know, would they change anything? And he's like, yeah, you know, I would change the things, right? You know, I would take the blame, and, you know, I would stand up and kind of deal with it. You know, and that ultimately, to me, is the harder thing to do, is to, you know, sit there and to own up to some of the mistakes you've made, or some of the bad choices you've made in your life, right? And, you know, that is the harder thing to do. And in this case, you know, it would be easier to run away from those type of problems, right?
Every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. I would take all my shame to the grave.
It's easier to run, replacing this pain with something more. It's so much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone.
And that could be a reference to their song "Numb," which I do believe is actually off of this album, excuse me. But I could be wrong about that, but that definitely could be a reference. If they're not on the same album, I don't know which one came out first. So maybe you guys know. Let me know down in the comments if you know. But yeah, man, I mean, it's like, again, just, you know, just easier to distract and to not think about the problem in the situation, easier to basically avoid it, put some distance into it. We were actually just talking about that in the last reaction I did to a Josh A and Jake Hill song, and just how it's easier to kind of just distance yourself from problems, right, rather than to deal with it, and to, you know, use certain things as distractions. You know, sometimes it's alcohol, sometimes it's drugs, all sorts of things, gambling, sex. I mean, there's a whole sorts of things that you could do, right?
So much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone. Sometimes I remember the darkness of my past, bringing back these memories I wish I didn't have. Sometimes I think of letting go and never looking back, and never moving forward, so there'd never be a path.
If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong.
I don't know if I ever thought of it like that, of basically just like stopping. So, ultimately, if there's a stop, there's a finish line, then there's not really a pass. Like it's all just kind of said and done, right? Kind of solidified. Yeah, that's pretty deep, actually. Now I think about that, that's crazy. But again, just saying, remembering the darkness of his past, like he said, and bringing back memories that he wished he didn't have, just things that he had to deal with, and persevere through and cope with throughout his life. And again, I don't see anything that's like alluded to anything specifically, but like, it could be so many different things. And again, it's just something that makes Linkin Park's music so so relatable.
Never looking back and never moving forward, so there'd never be a path.
If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. If I could take all the shame to the grave, I would. If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. I would take all my shame to the grave.
Just washing it aside, all of the helplessness inside, pretending I don't feel misplaced is so much simpler than change.
That's facts. That's facts, man. He said, just washing aside, just putting aside, basically kind of how he feels about himself, right? He feels helpless, and like he says, he doesn't feel like he fits in. He feels misplaced, is the word they used, and that it's so much simpler to just put those things aside than to actually do something about them, to change them. And again, because it is, man. I mean, it's hard to look at those problems like directly in the face and kind of confront them and take them head on. And it definitely is a difficult thing, but ultimately it is the better thing to do, because just pushing it aside, as I think most of us would know, doesn't ultimately fix the problem. It's like, just a quick fix. Eventually, those things are going to catch up and they're going to be issues again. Whereas, making a change or, at least looking at the problem head on, could bring about a permanent solution, so to speak.
Simpler than change. It's easier to run, replacing this pain with something new. It's so much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone. It's easier to run.
If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made.
It's easier to go.
If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. I would take all my shame to the grave.
All right, so that was Easier to Run by Linkin Park. And I gotta say, I enjoyed this one, man. I like the message, man. I mean, it's basically just right there in the title, man. That is, it's easier to run, to avoid, to put distance between you and your problems, or bad memories, and it's just easier to do that than to make a real change, to face the problem head on. And again, with the way they put the lyrics, I know I said it a lot, but the way they put them, makes it very relatable to a lot of people and can be applied to a lot of different situations. And just another great reason to love Linkin Park's music. So, so I gotta say, overall for this one, man, I really enjoyed it, man. And once again, man, if you guys are enjoying the Linkin Park reactions, make sure to comment down below and let me know which songs you'd like to see me react to from them next. All right. So I enjoyed this one. Hopefully you did as well. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, and we're dropping the next one. That's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Even better day tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace.